Hello, I'm back, but I actually think I know what the problem was. Let me have a look here. Okay, yeah, I think I fixed it now. Yeah, do you like my phone? It says weirdo on it. It's my beautiful phone. Okay, it was probably either it was the picture or it was Discord. I'm assuming. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I think we fixed it now. Okay. Yes, I think we're good now. Depends on how many people here. I'll start. We can just wait a few minutes because I did say I'd start at on the hour. But yeah, it was probably Discord running, honestly. But I'll just leave the image off anyway, just to be safe. Because when I was listening to this, it sounded like when I closed Discord, it did fix on the stream. But I'll load in. Okay. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm Johnny Baghead. We're continuing the Silent Hill 2 playthrough that I was doing last week. Today we are heading to the Historical Society, though we're going to do some searching first. I'm still kind of tempted to maybe look up where the caravan is. Or camper. I don't know what you Yankee Doodles call them. Yeah, the motorhome. Saul Street. Because I think there's some items in there. Hey, Jabba's here. Finally. We've been waiting. A high noon. Okay. So this is we're going for the Rebirth ending. Let me get my notes. The next time's actually pretty easy to get. Well, let's see. We'll head there first. Well, in case anyone else wants to come in. Before we head to the area proper. Let's see if I can go the top way. I wasn't actually looking at... Okay. So for those just joining us, a few differences today. We're actually on component cables today. I don't know why I couldn't, but previously I was playing on composite. Oh, no, we can't go that way. But, oh, it's good we did go this way. Yeah. It's a shame that the capture will still show some interlace kind of stuff. Because, honestly, that's something I don't actually see on my screen. It's one of those things where if I actually could... I guess I'd have to output the screen. And that would be the cleanest signal. But yeah, we've got actual component, so the resolution should be a lot higher than we were doing before. I don't know. Then again, it's this kind of game, so it's purposefully supposed to look grimy. It's got all the filters and and everything like that. But it should look a lot nicer today. But we're going to the Historical Society. It's a huge part of this game in terms of like what happens there. Let's see. So, where is Saul Street? Okay. So I actually went past it and still missed it. Well, I don't need to... Yeah, I think it's the only place I should check. And I got hit. You know, I don't think I'm going to worry. It's coming up to the start time. I've run around, I've done my tests. So I think, yeah, okay. So the first order of business is we need to go find a key. So we need to head back to the park. For anyone who was here last time I was streaming, on the weekend, on Saturday, I played the Nightmare Before Christmas game. Unfortunately, that playthrough is going to be on hold for a while, because if you were there at the end of the stream, you watched my old Xbox's hard drive corrupt in real time, and I need to get someone to repair it now. Such a spooky game it was, that it has corrupted the hard drive. But I've been meaning to get it fixed anyway. Like other stuff, because it's a mod. I don't know if it's because it's modded. I was running a oh, that was where I want to go. We were running a modded console with a RIP, mainly because I wanted to play the NTSC version. I just wanted to make sure I was playing a version that didn't have any slowdown. I don't normally take care of enemies out here, but considering it's a decent amount of resources, I think there wasn't much I could do, because the few times I tried turning it back on, it would like infinitely load, and then eventually it would just start saying, "Oh, you need to get this thing fixed." So let me make sure I'm going the right way. But it was the base hard drive, and you know it's a 21-year-old console. Okay. Aha, here we go. Yeah. But again, I found someone who's willing to either fix it or just send me a modded one, like a new motherboard. So, might take a week or two to get that sorted, but we'll get that sorted. Okay. The way the bolts are on now, the way that looks, it feels kind of like that thing is like stuck in the ground, which I don't think really makes sense. But okay. Antique looking bronze key. It was hidden behind one of the statues lined up in the park. Okay, so let's get my bearings. Okay, so yeah, we're heading over here. Whoops. I think this is the right way. Yeah, here we go. Let's just double check. It's a shame because I was enjoying that game, and but despite the way it was, it felt like a game that could have got a lot better depending on how evened up as it got on. Okay, so yeah, so we're gonna head up this road here. Kind of a long trek this time. Now I'm kind of curious if I can show off a really... Whoa. I think that was just a camera angle to show a sign, but with all the enemies around, we're not going to check it right now. It's not super expensive, but that Nightmare Before Christmas game is actually one of the pricier games from that gen. It's not Silent Hill expensive, especially US copies of this game. You want to buy all the PlayStation 2 games, it's like $200 if you want them in decent condition. Okay, yeah, we might not see it. There's a kind of goofy thing that can happen here where you'll see the enemies will jump over these railings. But it might be the wrong time in the game now. But yeah, looking forward to Historical Society. Probably some of my favourite stuff in the game, like where the game gets the most mind fuckery. Excuse my language. Here we go. So we have a goblet to find here. So, I assume the audio's been good so far, which is good. Can finally have a stream where I'm not doing tech stuff for a good half. Maybe it wasn't your image, Clarice. I'm gonna keep calling it, yeah, I can't help it. There probably used to be a pain in here. Well, yeah, you could... James. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, it might not have been the image. It was probably just I had Discord open. Misty Day, Remains of the Judgment. Oh, it's him. If you want to waste your money and give money to Konami, who don't deserve it, you can... They're selling like a panorama version of that right now. Okay, where is this? Yeah. Does this count as the second room, or is the second room here? I want to be careful and not mess up. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright. Ancient looking goblet carved from pure obsidian, found in the old museum. A snake is carved into the stem. Check out some... There's nothing useful written on them. Well, how do you... Read it first, James. No, nothing special. Brookhaven Hospital, 1880. This hospital was built in response to a great plague that followed a wave of immigration to this area. It was originally little more than a shack, but it gradually grew and grew. A photo of the director of the old Brookhaven Hospital. It looks like he was a famous person in town. There is a photo of a deep, deep hole. What could this be? Oh, that's foreshadowing. Nice. Silent Hill HD Collection reference number 420. I don't know how many we've done. The audio here was messed up. I don't know if it was patched in the PS3 version. Wasn't patched in the 360 version because they never patched it. This audio sound, this like boat klaxon, was swapped with like a random like line figure audio effect. And not HD collection, but Western one. This specific like staircase was like copied wholesale and put into Shattered Memories and Downpour. If you wanted an idea of which Silent Hill game all those Western games were trying to copy. Yeah, there is a lot of weird issues with the HD collection that a lot are just confusing. Because you would assume, like, okay, so we know that the HD collection was based on non-final source code, because what Konami gave the developer team... Oh, September 11th, 1820, prisoner number C221. I can't read the rest. What is this? But yeah, the what Konami assumed was final source code wasn't, and who knows what version of the game it is. And apparently, it was a real mess in multiple ways. In ways that, like, even the developers, like Masatori Ito, was like responding to some of the stuff that the HD collection devs were saying, and he was confused about the issues they ran into. So maybe whatever source code they had was super buggy. And just had random sound effects swapped, or maybe they just did a really bad job. Oh, yeah, I don't have the map yet. So that's our end goal there, the Lakeview Hotel. Oh, reload. Okay, I've got to be careful because I don't know what the ammo situation's actually like. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Doing okay on shotgun, but I kind of want to save it based on what I know comes up in this area. Just a cool dead end. Nice. Photo is hand in here. Toluca prison camp. Built during the Civil War, later became Toluca prison. Photograph is hand in here. Death by skewering. An execution at the prison. Death by skewering or strangling. To choose his death is the prisoner's last taste of freedom. Shame you can't look at these any closer. Crimson and white banquet for the gods. Because, you know, that is a lot of original assets made. Okay. Oh, these bugs. Ah, remember this? A dark hole, and I can't see anything. That's what I like about James. At this point, he's still just like, yeah, in we go. Like, I think... Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. I've gone the wrong way. So yeah. It's just a wall. Hang on. Huh? This bit is different. Where was it? There we go. I still can't believe I missed the pipe. From what I can tell, I can't get the pipe anymore. Nope, going the wrong way again. I'd be curious if anyone who played this from the gun, if people got really stuck here. Like, I don't know if the game does anything if you take too long. But I feel like it's something like games can't really do anymore. Lock you into stuff like that. Can I get past him? Nope. Okay. I don't have a map right now, which always freaks me out. These games. Spiral writing key. Oh. Oh no, my flashlight broke. Oh no. Nope. I'm getting hit, by the way. These bugs are, Okay, let me check my... Oh dear. I actually didn't find the bug spray yet. Oh no. Pretty sure I'm doing this right, where it's... There we go. Oh. Weird? In what way, though? Really? What could be causing it now? Let me check something then. Give me 1 second, we're just gonna wait here. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm just gonna have to try. Let me think. What else can I try? Okay, I'm just gonna restart stuff one more time. Sorry about this. Thought we had this fixed. Hello again. Let's just see if it's still happening. Welcome, Ramona. Yeah, I seem to have fixed it. Hopefully, we won't have to keep restarting shit, because that will annoy me if that's the case. But let's keep going. But yeah, this is, to anyone who's back, this is the part of Silent Hill 2 I think I really enjoy, when the environments start to get very non-Euclidean and weird. Ah, love this cutscene. Oh, hello. Is it still popping? Shit, it is. Okay, hang on. Crap. Okay. I'm just gonna restart some stuff. If I can't fix it, then whatever. Okay. Well, I think that's the last reset I'm gonna try. If that doesn't fix it, I'm not sure what else to try today. It's a corpse. The body is marked with bullet holes. One thing I know about this corpse, and I've mentioned it a few times, um, there is the Boundary Break video on YouTube, which again I highly recommend anyone watch. Though if you're waiting for spoilers, then watch it after we're done here. That model is wearing Levi jeans, but because it actually has a like registered trademark Levi jeans button that you can't see on the model, but it is there because it's it's like under the table and the camera like doesn't go low enough. I'm still worried that the audio's messed up. Let me save and just get into a different area. But yeah, I'm sorry that cutscene was messed up because that's one of my favourites. It's even better in HD collection though, with Stone already. Oh my god, Eddie! Eddie in the HD collection is probably one of the more baffling. Like, why is this so bad? It's Liam O'Brien, who is a pretty decent actor. I think he probably had the wrong voice when I think of like the performances of his that I like that are good. Stuff like Grimoire Weiss from Near Gestalt, and he's Akihiko in Persona 3. Here, let me just... One sec, I'm going to mute the mic. Yeah, that's really bad. I don't know what's happening. It's like every time I find settings that I think are working, it gets worse. Like, I don't know what else I can do at this point. How did it fix itself? Or is it still stuttery? Yeah, it's the only thing I can... One sec, wait there. I'm just going to check the actual... Sorry about that. I think I fixed it. Which is weird, because all I did was just unplug the cables. Yeah, okay. No, Ramona, this is on the actual PlayStation 2. I've got this. This is the PAL version. This is not the Platinum / Greatest Hits version. This is the original release. And this is Component Signal, which I got working today. But apparently, what I just did, which was just literally... So I just unplugged and replugged in my audio cables, and it sounds fine on my thing now. So maybe if it starts freaking out again, I might just go over and do that, because that's better than restarting the stream. Yeah, I wanted this to look as good as it can. The PAL version is pretty good actually, compared to a lot of PAL conversions from the time. It still runs at basically the same speed. Obviously, it runs at a slightly lower frame rate. You know, it runs like 1/6 slower. But compared to a lot of PAL conversions at the time, I don't want to go too far because I don't want to miss the map. Because if I miss the map, I'm just gonna... This is gonna go real bad. Well, what is on the desk? Oh dear. Is this it? Is this the map? Yeah. It's gotten worse again. What is causing it? Yeah. It would take me a long time to set up. I do have something I'm willing to try at some point. Let's see if that's fixed anything. Sorry about this. I thought we had this fixed. Okay, I don't know why. Sorry about that. I don't know why I'm plugging the two audio channels from my capture card and plugging them back in fixes it. So it must be the capture card. And I'm trying to think, like, what it's starting to make me think is that I'm gonna have to capture the audio separately, which isn't gonna be fun. Yeah, it's something wrong with the capture card. At least I know it's definitely the capture card now. Yeah, I'm just gonna mute the game audio for a second. I'm really sorry anyone who came for this today. This has been an on and off issue I've been having that I thought I had fixed and just seems to keep getting worse. Looks like it's still freaking out. So this is the bit. I'm going to be distant for a second. I do have a stupid ass setup here. I'm on a Mac, so already the stream sucks. I'm already handicapping myself there. I am using the Blackmagic Designs Intensity Shuffle for Firebird. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got the capture muted now. I'm starting to think it, but it's. Let's see. Let me mute my mic. Okay, it's good for now. Yeah, it is nice that on PS4 you can do that. Though there are limits, obviously, because you can't feed your own camera in. You have to have the PlayStation 4 camera. And in fact, I've been trying to get this card to capture the PlayStation 4, and it's the one console I can't get it to pick up. And I don't know why. Okay. But it does do pretty well. Oh. Okay. It's just going to keep getting bad, isn't it? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to... One last time, we're going to stop the stream. I'm going to turn the quality down again. We're going to go to an SD stream, because fuck it. Because I don't want to keep messing with this. Oh. At least I'm rotating save, so... Sorry about this. This is the last thing I'm trying. Okay. So, welcome back everyone. We're going back to... When would streaming have even started? We're going back to like 2005 internet here. Let me see how it sounds on my phone. Let me mute. Oh, hang on. Sounds fine so far. We're just gonna leave it. It's... I don't know why it keeps getting worse. Like, I have it sorted. Even when my fucking Nightmare Before Christmas stream freaked out, we found settings that worked and I streamed the whole thing. And I switch over to this and it's like worse again. I don't know why. Well, I've swapped to mono. I don't know what else we can try at this point. Yeah, I did try and turn down the capture. I feel like it's the audio is coming in too loud. That's my only theory. $16. Because that's the only thing I can think of, is that the audio's coming in at like 2. Let me just try changing that one more time. Okay. I don't know if that's made a difference. Yeah. Or maybe when I do upgrade hardware, fuck this card, because when it works great, you know? But and honestly, it could just be this max old, and I'm not using the right settings. Or something else. But it's weird what things fix it. Like, if I went over to the card and I like unplug the left and right channels and plug them back in, why does that fix it? Can we look in? Nope. Can't look in all the toilets, just one. Oh, Might as well save again. Again, I'm really sorry to anyone who's come to watch this, because it's... I'm hearing it, so I can hear how bad it is, and it's rough. And how important the audio design is for this game. It's not great. You know, that's like one of the big issues with this HD collection, is how badly messed up the audio and how much that affects things. Oh nice, getting a lot of healing items now. Side step around here. It's a magazine here. I've never seen it before. It's probably a locally published magazine. Plus, the fact that it doesn't seem to affect my mic audio, it just seems to be the game. Like that's what seems to point to the most that it's an issue with the capture card. But the problem is like there is a way I could in theory like capture the audio not from the capture card, but I don't know of a way I could do it where I'd still be able to hear the game, is the problem. Oh yeah, here we go. On the fog-bound November day in 1918, the Little Baroness, a ship you can see in Silent Hill Arcade. A newspaper article from back then simply says it most likely sunk for some reason. Well, I don't know. Just water, probably. Despite an extensive police search, not a single fragment of the boat nor any of the 14 bodies of passengers or crew has ever been recovered to this day. In 1939, an even stranger incident occurred. Who knows what that was? Many bodies rest at the bottom of this lake. Their bony hands reach up towards boats they pass overhead. Perhaps they reach for their comrades. So yeah, that's spooky. That's fun. Oh, didn't mean to do that. To be fair, I should have done the test thing of trying different the different encoder, because maybe it is something to do with the encoder I'm using. Hunting rifle. How's it sounding so far? Because the only thing I can really go on is the audio levels, which I can kind of use to figure out how it's going. 22, 50. Okay, that's good. Because if it keeps going bad, then I'll just stop the stream. We'll just replay. Give me 1 second. That's why I tried turning down I think I turned down the right setting. Let me check. The audio. Oh yeah. I think that's what I want to do. There we go. Okay. The audio might have got funky while I was doing stuff. And my worry is that maybe just the audio was coming in at too high level for this capture card, and that's why it's freaking out. So there we go. We've tried that. That's the best I can do for now. Can we check this painting? No, James is nonplussed by the painting. Okay, what doors have we got to check here? That lock's broken. Oh yeah, this puzzle. Yeah, no idea. That's why my theory is that the audio was coming in too loud, but I don't know if turning down the input levels has made any difference. Yeah. If it's more stable now, like I said, it was probably messing up when I was going into my capture settings, because... Oh, I missed the door there. It's probably locked, but let's check it anyway, because I'm not familiar enough to remember. Yep. Again, if people are saying it's straight up like unlistenable, then I'll just have to give up for now. Hello? Ah, there's no one in there. Oh well. Check all these doors. Lock is broken. There we go. Oh wait, no, this is where I came from, isn't it? Yeah, okay. I think there's a key I need to get over here. Okay, we've got respawning. I think respawning news to worry about. Got a lighter. Okay. So where am I going from here? Okay, I've got quite a few places to check out. So, okay. Probably because it got loud again. That's the thing, it does seem to be how loud the game gets that's affecting it. Because that seems to be it, right? Like, when the game gets loud and weird, that's when the audio... Which is why I tried turning down the input level of, like, the... Let's see. Let me also do this, because I've... Just in case. Let's try that. See if that helps. I did not remember that this game had, like, headphone audio options. Let's just heal, just to be safe. The game might be quiet now, but honestly, if it's quiet and stuttery, that's a little bit more preferable than loud and stuttery. Okay. Alright, so let's see if we can get into these. Okay, need a key for that. That's locked. What other doors we got? If this door opens, which I don't remember if it does. Yeah, it does. Was not going to run around that guy, so can't get the door open. Doesn't help I don't have an easy way of hearing the stream audio without literally listening to the stream on my phone. Let's have a quick test again. Maybe I did fix it. Maybe it was just the audio was coming in too loud, and that was the issue. Anything in here? Nope, just a cool room. Also want to make sure, by the way, if the brightness is okay. Because, it seems my brightness setting was lost. Because this shows up a lot darker in the capture. Oh. The seductress. But it should be okay. But yeah. The game shows up a lot darker in the capture than it does actually. Nah. So let's make sure I know which way I'm going. Okay, it's these rooms over here. Okay. I'll go to the setting really quickly. You can help me out with this. So it's how faint these lines look is ideal. I have to have them quite bright, so they won't look as bright on your end. But based on my preview, I think I got these okay. Here, let me check my phone one more time here. How do I mute this? Forget it. Yeah, that's fine then. I did kind of put them up a little higher just to make sure that it all came out okay. Well, again, I want to make sure people can see stuff. Because it definitely shows up darker on the capture card. Or more OBS actually. It actually outputs out fine. So there we go, some prison cells. Oh, no, not that guy. It's quite a narrow area, so... Okay, I've got to be careful with my handgun ammo now. Can't get that door open. Keeping wide berth with that guy. Good, good. Another spitting guy. You've got to be a lot more careful with the enemies on hard mode. Anyone who's been watching... Oh yeah. Whoops. Wax doll. Books are scattered all over the bed and the floor. So yeah, there is an invisible enemy in that room that you can aim and kill, and it makes a sound when you shoot it, and it dies even. On sacrifice and the art of demon summoning, Tome of the Seer, the feast and succubi, the fallen angel of mercy and favour. I guess I shouldn't worry about these too much. Oh, feels like a Western Silent Hill dev wrote that dialogue. Guess I shouldn't worry about that too much. Not worry about all this cult stuff, you know, just the whole starting off point for the series and why anything happens in Silent Hill. I don't pay too much attention though. Okay, which way am I facing? I'm really bad for sense of direction. But considering how bad I am at dodging enemies, as anyone who watched parts 1, 2 and 3 probably saw. Okay, so let's see if we can get into those, because I don't think I have everything to go into this big area yet. Let me check my items. So reload this. No, reload that. Yeah, I only have 2 of the plates. I need a bit more for that. Okay. Okay. Doing okay on handgun ammo actually, when I think about it. Because I seem to be finding as much as I'm using now. Because maybe at this point in the game they expect you to be using the shotgun more. But I'm saving that. Oh. Maybe not. Well, clearing that guy to get the rifle ammo is worth it, so I don't mind. There are bloodstained clothes here. I'm starting to think that's what the issue is. I think it's this game, the way the audio works is it comes out very loud and it was stuttering trying to process the audio. Oh. Okay. Just double checking there's nothing over here. No, okay. This area, this just reminded me of it, is basically so sometimes I like to talk on the Silent Hill Reddit. Not sure why, can't explain it, but most people there are fine. But you do kind of get all kinds of Silent Hill fans, and someone on there once got very adamant that because of this area being underneath the Historical Society and then you keep jumping down holes in holes, that none of this can be real. It can't be happening in reality because, well, you know, reality has rules, right? And I told him, it's like, well, what if Nightmare is like breaking the rules of reality? And I don't know why, but that concept, he was like, no, it can't be that. And that was always really weird to me, because it's like, but why? Why can't the magic that does all this crazy stuff in Silent Hill, why is it like, oh, but it can't break reality, it can't do anything physically impossible? And it's like, the series started with a psychic girl who splits her soul, and that has nothing to do with alternative dimensions. That, even if you believe that idea, that all happens in the normal reality. So, I don't know. I think this is, okay, if I remember right. Okay, so this, oh, woman in flight. Okay, no, that's not the, is it in a different cell? Here we go. This painting is important, though you actually wouldn't know it on your first playthrough. This is the Lakeview Hotel, and it's on fire. And that's important because it's to tell you that the Lakeview Hotel actually burnt down and isn't there anymore. And you'll see some of that later on, why that's important and what happens with that. I think one of the invisible enemies is in one of these cells again. There we go. It's all the tablets. Nope. Oh no. We're stuck. Guess I'll just live here. Again, there's so many really cool parts in this area of just ways they keep messing with you. I think in some ways I like some of the other Silent Hills because they do this more throughout the game. Okay, so there's some of the documents, I might have missed them, I don't remember. It mentions it. Hang on. So, this prison might not actually be here. Well, it was here. But if it's still here, there's evidence that the nightmare can also pull things out of time. I think it mentions in here. No, where is it? Yeah, this somewhere it mentions it. Is it Legend of the Lake? I forgot where it is. I thought I picked it up. There's a memo I picked up that talks about it talked about the plague. It's the painting you check. I know. Well, so if you try and go, you find a memo that tells you like to get to the hotel, you have to come through this way. And if you try and go along the big long road, I'll show you on the map. Hang on. But there was a thing you read that talks about a plague and then this being turned into a Civil War prison. But I can't remember where that note is. But that's what this is. This is a prison from the Civil War. Like it's... How do you do it? Maybe it's from the menu. There is a way to look at like the town map when you're inside. Let's see. There we go. So we're heading to Lakeview Hotel at the top here. If you try and go all the way up Nathan Avenue, you go a bit further, it's a dead end. You can't get that way. And the memo we picked up that said to get the key from Rosewater Park tells you to go this way. Thing to note though is in Downpour there's another prison. Obviously I think this prison's not supposed to be around anymore. I'm not the greatest Silent Hill lore expert, so I might actually be wrong about that in some way. There we go, we'll unlock that door. Oh yeah, clearly. Funny enough, Downpour I've like not played much, but I've watched playthroughs of it a lot. And I think just something about how much it fails in a lot of ways is fascinating to me. Because you can see Like, there is earnest effort, but at the same time, it's so janky and unpolished. And, like, the fact that, you know, that was a cheap... I forget where they're based. They're like Poland or Czech Republic or something like that, Vatra. But you can tell it's like, oh yeah, these people have not made much video games before, and they've definitely made nothing of this scale before. And... and just so many, like, little things that should not be a problem that are. But also just the overall direction of, like, hey, this is the people who, like, the combination of people who are working on Silent Hill at Konami, like, this is what they think this series is. And what they think it is just like a purgatory therapist town, basically. Okay, here we go. I give you blood to atone for the 3 sins, is written on the top of the painting. Beneath the pain are 3 square depressions. Yep, Murphy. He's the main character from Downpour. I think they were trying to, like, make names that kind of fit in with the series, because everyone kind of has those very, like, old-fashioned names. Like, there's Harry Mason, James Sunderland, Henry Townsend, or Townsend? I always forget what it is. No. Okay. You know what? I don't remember the surname of the guy from Origins. I know his name's Travis. O'Brady. Is it O'Brady or is it just Brady? God, why do I remember that? That's worrying. That's not information that's very useful. I mean, there's a quote, not to harp on about him too much, but this is a direct Tom Hewlett quote, so I can talk about it. He was giving PR for the game, and I don't know if it was during or he said this afterwards, but he talked about... Oh, what happened? What happened? He talked about working on the game, and they were like, oh, we want to make the main character a prisoner for some reason. Oh, there are 3 ropes. Try and remember what you do from here. Oh, I remember now. And a lot of the people at Vatra, I think, I don't know about Konami, but apparently some of the people at Vatra kept telling them, they were like, well, we don't really like this guy. We don't really want to play as a convicted murderer. Like, he's not that likable or relatable. And Tom thought, like, he justifies, like, oh, that's very Silent Hill. Like, that's perfect, because Silent Hill is all about making you uncomfortable and making you do the unknown. But it's like, yeah, but the playing part isn't meant to be uncomfortable. You're meant to enjoy playing it, and you're meant to enjoy the characters. The uncomfortable part is like, oh, doing horrible, you know, like jumping down the holes and, you know, facing these nightmarish creatures, not playing as a guy you don't like. And, you know, I think it does hurt that game. Because, though, obviously, like, you get the good endings, he's innocent, whatever. No, I don't think it makes him much of a likable character, because he doesn't really... Like, he's not as bad as Henry in 4, but he doesn't really have a personality. Like, I'm legit trying to think of, like, okay, what are some character traits he has? But the only ones I can think of are, like, descriptions of his life or his job. It's like, okay, he doesn't like child murderers. Even in the ending where he's a child murderer, he doesn't like them. And He doesn't like being messed around with. And that's about it. Because, like, most of the dialogue in that game is him just going, like, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. And characters speaking in riddles, because apparently that's what people in Silent Hill do. And brooding. He broods a lot. He's a very broody guy. Oh, did I go in the right room? Oh, I did. Look at that. Well, I don't know how the audio's been. We'll have to wait until it gets really loud again, but I feel like we might have fixed it. Okay, we're going to solve an amazing puzzle here. I don't think this puzzle is different on whatever difficulty you play it on, by the way, so I think this would be the same if you're playing on normal. Yeah, here we go. So we need to open this gate. This hatch here. So we have to use our inventory here to do this. We have to melt this wax and then use this horseshoe and there we go. I'm pretty sure this would not work. I'm pretty sure if you tried this in real life, as soon as you would pull it, it would just break. Because I don't think the wax would hold under the weight. So there we go, we'll jump in again. Yeah, there are a few of those combination puzzles in Silent Hill 2, like with the hair and the hook, that I think a lot of people would have got stuck on because I don't think there's really any dialogue or memos that hint towards what you need to do. It's just you pick up those items. Oh, smelly in there. But yeah, like, I think it's obvious that the horseshoe, maybe that's presumptuous, but I feel like the horseshoe you can at least be like, okay, that I could use as a handle. But I feel like knowing that you need to melt the wax, and also you do have to do that inventory stuff like very... Oh, did it move? Did it move, James? No, you can't look. But you have to combine all three items. You can't, like... You don't pour the wax in and then put the handle in, which I think is how most people would think to do it. This corpse into this hole. Alright, well, let's go again. So, I think the symbolism here is pretty obvious about, like, oh, hey, keep jumping further and further into these holes. And again, shared memories. Downpour doesn't, thankfully, though they do have giant fucking, like, rainbow fucking slides. Whatever they're called in Mario. It's really stupid, but Shattered Memories does a lot of, like, this as well. Because Shattered Memories is literally, what if, you know, like, what if Silent Hill 1 was Silent Hill 2? So yeah. Another hole? Do I really have to drop through it? But how could this be happening? This is... Science says this can't happen, so it can't be happening in the real world. Right, let's see if I still have a map. Don't have a map of this area. Nope. Shotguns, shells. Handgun bullets, nice. Trying to remember what's next here. There's bosses in this area for sure. I can't remember exactly where they all are though. I don't think yet actually. I think there's a bit more first. Well, as you've been watching, you can see I've been saving often. But there's not really any punishment for doing that. If anything, it's you know, with having to go back if you waste items doing stupid stuff. Weird. Wonder why this is making it bad. I at least wanted to get through this area. We're technically still historical society. It's basically what this whole area is called, even though you could call it like prison section. So now we do have a map. Which, this is one thing I kind of always wanted Silent Hill games to start doing and they never did. Is I thought it would be nice if, instead of like finding maps, well, you'd still probably find maps, but I always thought that the characters should draw maps before you find them, because again, one of the parts in Silent Hill games, and even the old ones do this quite a lot actually, that I don't like is when they have you exploring around areas without a map. With the way these, you know, kind of games work with the fixed cameras and everything. Oh, good job. Though it adds to the atmosphere and all that, it can mess with your sense of direction. Though you could argue that's purposeful in some way. Making you explore where you don't have a map. There's a really long section in Silent Hill 1 near the end of the game where they do that, and it's really annoying for real. It's probably like the section of the game I dislike the most because of it. There we go. How are we doing on ammo? I've got to be careful now because, yeah, 13 bullets. Okay. Let me finish exploring up here before I go down there. Because some of this stuff is optional, actually. I wonder if I can get around this guy. Yeah. Gotta remember the flashlight trick. This is probably like one of my favourite areas in the Silent Hill game, though. Because there's something just so unsettling about it. Because at this point, if you're like thinking about it, like you are like probably miles underground in this area. Yeah, I'll do the audio reset again. Might as well. But you know, you're miles underground here. I wonder if it's just Silent Hill. I wonder if just the way the audio is handled, the capture card doesn't like it. Because it's such a weird soundscape. But this area, you know, you're so far underground. But there's these buildings that are just encrusted in the middle of the earth, basically. And there's just something like so unsettling about that, like, you know, that these rooms exist. And this is why I think the whole like, oh, maybe it's alternative reality, like, stuff really bothers me, because it's not that scary compared to if all this was actually happening. You know, like, the fact that, hey, reality is being bent so crazy that you're finding these areas, or maybe these areas just exist somehow. I feel like that's way more unsettling. Okay. So yeah, there's a bit of a puzzle here. I think this is again a puzzle that's the same on any difficulty. I think if you look around long enough, you can kind of figure out what you need. But we basically need to get it so there's a doorway on each end. I'll reference it again, the boundary break video on this. Hang on, was that what we started with? That might have been what we started with. This room actually, it doesn't as smooth as it's smoother than you would think, but not quite as smooth. The room actually does rotate in real time, which is weird, because it feels like, oh, here we go. It feels very unnecessary, like not something that really needs to to be in the game, but that room actually does twist. I guess it's maybe they attached the... Oh, okay, I'm going to be quiet for this. This is a really important cutscene.
You're alive! Maria! I thought that thing killed you! Are you hurt bad?
Not at all, silly.
Maria? That thing, it stabbed you! There was blood everywhere!
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator, and then...
James, what are you talking about?
Just before! Don't you remember?
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me?
Sorry if the audio... It sounds like the audio's still messing up.
You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything, but you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
I'm not your Mary.
So, you're Maria?
I am. If you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real. Don't you want to touch me?
I don't know.
Come and get me. I can't do anything through these bars.
Okay. Stay right there. I'll be there soon.
So there's a lot going on with that scene, obviously. But the thing to note, and obviously, again, this is something you probably wouldn't notice on your first playthrough, is she is kind of changing personalities. Like, sometimes she's talking like Maria, and sometimes she's not. And this is one of the scenes that's really bad in the HD collection. And I don't know if he's responsible for it, but it seems like he is, because he seems to take credit for the voice direction. But Tom said when he was casting the game, when he the re-recording was mandated, he said it didn't make sense for Mary and Maria to sound different. So in the HD collection, Mary Elizabeth McGuinn plays both characters and sounds exactly the same when she does both performances. So that entire scene's like broken, basically, because the whole point is that she's supposed to be sounding like two different people, and she doesn't. And Tom's like, oh, James says they sound exactly the same, but they don't. It's like, well, no, he doesn't really. He says that the exact quote is literally like, oh, you could be a twin, your face, your voice, only your hair and clothes are different. He doesn't say they're exactly the same. He says that they're very, very similar, and they are, on purpose. Oh yeah, here we go. Fly colours. So when you listen to that scene in the HD collection, it's rough. A lot of enemies on the ground there, so I turned the flashlight off. Might do it in one of these streams one day if I do more survival horror stuff, but I've never played Forbidden Siren, the game that Toyama, the guy who directed and wrote, main producer guy in Silent Hill 1. But yeah, I never actually played it. I am going to go this way. There's an optional thing here, so I'm going to go for it. Yeah, but at this point... yeah. But from what I understand, those games are really built around the light mechanics. That's the thing I hear, though, is like really cool atmosphere and things like that. But very hard and janky. Shotguns, shells. Yeah, let me get a good angle on this room. So, I don't think this is confirmed or anything, but I've heard people speculate that the painting, the Misty Days painting, is based on this room. And it does have that, has all the hanging bodies, and you find the great knife. Oh man, I got really hurt at one point. Okay. Massive weapon wielded by Pyramid Head, hard to use but lethal. Yeah, I better show this off. So yeah, you can miss this actually. But yeah. I never actually played Fatal Frame. I'm not sure why. That's, again, my sisters were the ones who played all the survival horror games. I used to watch them, but I don't think they ever played Fatal Fury, actually. Sorry, not Fatal Fury. Fatal Frame. For some reason, that's the one that I never saw them play. Oh. Huh. I thought he was down here. Sometimes Pyramid Head's down here. For some reason we didn't see him that time. Okay. Yeah, so go this way. Okay, those guys don't do too much damage. So I'm going, yeah, this way. Yeah, and it runs, from what I remember, because I never played it, but I did have demos discs back in the day that had video of it, and from what I remember, when you did the seeing through eyes stuff, it ran terribly. Like the frame rate, I can't, like, I hope, I haven't tried it, but I hope it has a NTSC mode, because the PAL version's already going to run a worse frame rate, so I can't imagine what the frame rate's like when you get to that part. Oh. Yeah, I think, I don't know. It's weird how sometimes I get it fixed, right? And then other times I can't. And I keep turning settings down, I keep turning the resolution down. I keep turning multiple things down, and it gets worse again. But we had those issues with Nightmare Before Christmas, and for some reason that was fine for most of it. And that's like constant music, so I thought that would have been worse. Like, it does make me wonder if it's something like I need to find a way of not capturing the audio through the capture device. But then I would have to... There is a way. I think I could. But I don't know if it would actually help. Okay, where are we now? This area, if you notice, doesn't really make sense. Which again is why I like it. Like where the paths go and the ladders go. Oh, that was a bad idea. That was a dead end. That's the thing. It's, yeah, what is it supposed to be? Like, it's these... I don't know if this is what you would call liminal space, but... Again, it's just, it's mundane. It seems like you're in a house, but you're, you know, deep underground. Like, and it, yeah, it's just very unsettling. And I think it's unsettling in a way that the Western ones didn't really play on, because whenever you did do kind of nightmare stuff, they kind of go wacky with it, where it's just like, oh yeah, it's clearly impossible. You know, you're in like magic lands or just directly in hell and things like that. Whereas this is such a mundane looking place, but the implication of like, well, you got here by jumping through holes underground. So, like, it's encased in earth, basically, this whole area. And, you know, like, there's no lights down here either. But there's fins down here. Such an interesting area, and stuff like this is sorely... I don't know if there's even a lot of survival horror games that still will do stuff like this. Oh no. What is up with this guy? 4 shots? Ridiculous. Let's go this way first. I think this is a, to be honest, this is a dead end. Okay. So we're going this way. Pretty sure, right? Yeah. Let's do a reload. Quick heal. Don't have to worry too much about how the health affects the endings because we're going for the Rebirth ending, which is a very hard trigger that if you just have those 4 items that we've been picking up, you just get it. So none of your like behaviour actually affects it. That was a waste of ammo. But yeah, and there's still a bit to go with this area. Maybe I'm wrong about where Pyramid Head shows up. I could have swore he showed up in the that round area where you pick up the Great Knife. There's a newspaper on the ground. It's stained with something that looks like blood and it is partially illegible. Oh, this is an important one. The birth of a man later identified as Thomas Oro. So, I will fix some of this. This is supposed to be a body of a man later identified as Thomas. I think it's Orozco? I will mention that you would not know this, but Angela's surname is Orozco, and I think it's only in the manual. They don't say it in the game. A lumberjack, age 39, was discovered in the something lying face down. The probable cause of death as multiple stab wounds to the front of the neck and the left side of the torso by a sharp-edged weapon. The estimated time of death is somewhere between 11 PM and 12:30 midnight. Due to signs of struggle in the room and a lack of a murder weapon, police are considering this a homicide and have opened a police investigation. Furthermore, given the fact that the cash in the room was untouched and Mr. Roscoe had a history of drunkenness and violence, the police something that the motive was not robbery but a crime of passion, I think it says, or something like that. There was always like rumours that you could unlock what was hidden behind the text, but you can't. That's more just what people have like figuring out. So that's Angela's father basically, which I'm mentioning now because again you wouldn't probably get that on the first playthrough. Oh, hang on. But this one has today's date. That's kind of strange. So, I think something that's important to note about this game as well.
Daddy, please don't.
Okay. I'll talk about it later. There's too much coming up here. Oh, that looked weird. That didn't look good. Never seen that before. Okay, I'm not doing good at dodging damage here. Unlike the handgun, you can't really move and shoot with the shotgun. You can move and aim, but as soon as you take a shot, you plant your feet. Oh, I've got to be careful, I keep getting tripped on her. But yeah, check this enemy out. Check this room out. What's all this then? Oh. I do have the rifle, but from what I remember, it's best to save it. And I've got a lot of shotgun ammo. I guess it depends on how clear you can see it. I think in some ways a lot of the enemies aren't supposed to be intimidating in the traditional sense. Like, they're meant to look kind of pathetic and weird. Of like, what is this thing? Why, you know. Yeah, it's definitely loud noises with this game that affect the audio.
Are you okay? Angela, relax.
Don't order me around!
I'm not trying to order you.
So what do you want then? Oh, I see. You're trying to be nice to me, right? I know what you're up to. It's always the same. You're only after one thing.
That's not true at all.
You don't have to lie. Go ahead and say it. Or you could just force me. Beat me up like you always did. You only care about yourself anyway. You're disgusting.
Yeah, I know. That's been plaguing the stream, and I keep trying to fix it, and I don't know how. Here. Wait there.
Angela,
There you go. Fixed it for a few seconds.
You said your wife Mary was dead, right?
yes. She was ill.
Liar! I know about you. You didn't want her around anymore. You probably found someone else.
That's ridiculous. I never.
So a lot just happened there. How are we doing on health and things? Okay, not too bad. So yeah, check this room out. So it's worth mentioning that one of the I don't want to call it a gimmick. That's the wrong name. One of the things this game does is the nightmare isn't just based on one person like it is in Silent Hill 1 and 3 and even 4. That one sec. Just got to adjust my bag here. Ooh. That everyone that's here is affecting the nightmare in some ways, and a lot of this area is actually Angela's stuff that's crossing over into yours, and this represents her trauma. And I know a lot of people say it, but I still think this is such a commendable, like, sensitive subject matter for a game to address, especially back then. And it's still probably like one of the like most mature handled of it. I know a lot of people like the medium, but one of the things that's put me off about it that I've heard about is how a lot of the themes, similar themes in that game, are told to you not through like implied stuff like this. It's just you find audio logs, and it's just, oh, here's a sex crime on an audio log, and that's how you know what's going on in that story. And that bothers me a little, because I don't think that's the way to handle stuff like this. I still don't get why me unplugging the cables and plugging them back in fixes it. So it makes me think I've really got to try and capture the audio a different way. Oh, here we go. Got a puzzle. Let's see if this is different on this mode. I don't think so, because it's happened with multiple, like it happened when I was capturing the Switch, it happened when I was capturing Xbox, and those are all different cables, obviously. This man was hung for the crime of murder. Yeah, I'm just going to write these out, because I've terrible memory. Got my notepad still, got my panda pen. Okay, so long sabering like that. So murder, sidestep over here. Kidnap. Bodily injury. Body injury. Come on. Swindle. If this puzzle's the same, I'm going to feel like a... Well, I still need to try this different encoder and see if that's why. Because mainly when I'm not streaming and I've listened to the monitor, the audio playing back, it doesn't seem to embezzle. It doesn't seem to happen. So it's definitely something like, oh, when it's streaming, it's processing the audio and that's where it's messing up. Oh, come on. Counterfeiting. So I think this is a different puzzle than the normal one. Because I remember the normal one having a... Yeah, I didn't have time to get around to that today. Unfortunately. Just had some stuff to do. Okay. But maybe once we're done with this area, which there isn't much more of this area. Okay. Notice, only the sinless one can help you here. Mistakenly pull a criminal's rope, and the reward will be returned to you in a shape most wondrously strange. Alright, riddle time. I do not wish to die, but tomorrow I will climb the 13 steps. Please, someone answer me. Why must I die come the morning? The man in prison beside me believed me because they're all insane. That's why, he said. Of course, I know his opinion will change nothing. Now you know why I struck out at them, he muttered. The man who was executed yesterday, the one who had said his job was to sell dreams, said that was not true. But the man who is to be executed the day after tomorrow for stealing children shouted back that it was true. The man who hung today did not answer. They'll kill me either way, he said. He was caught embezzling public money, so he hasn't any hope for mercy. The man who is always quietly smiling to himself said, I am happy, for I will soon be with her. I do not wish to die. I long only to return home, but I know it is not to be. Though I have done nothing, this crime has been thrust upon me. Someone save me. This is not judgment. They are bloodthirsty, and I'm the sacrificial lamb. Okay, this is different. This is a very easy puzzle, normal, because you basically just have to remember. Okay. The man in prison beside me believed me because they're all insane. That's why, he said. Let's see. Trying to think what. Okay. So, one besides me. So he says he struck out at them. So, I wonder if that's supposed to be bodily injury. The man who was executed yesterday. I feel like the yesterday and today is supposed to be the order. I feel like this is the swindler. This one. But the man who is tomorrow for stealing children. So that's the kidnap. The day after tomorrow. Man who was hung today. Oh, okay. Let me go through again. Man who was executed yesterday. So we go. Yesterday. I think the selling dreams feels like the swindler. Swindler. But the day after tomorrow. Today. Tomorrow. Let me write these out. Today. Tomorrow. And day after tomorrow. But the man who is executed the day after for stealing children. I'll check that. So that's kidnap. That's got to be kidnap. The man who was hung today did not answer. He was kidnapped. No, sorry. He was embezzling. man, who is always quietly smiling to himself, said, So that's the murderer. So I think... Let me read the beginning bit. Tomorrow. The only thing I can't figure out is the order. Because today is definitely the embezzler. And whoever's next to him, I struck out at them. I'm trying to think who this could be. I feel like that would be bodily. Okay, well, it has to either be... Okay, so our options, I feel like, are either the counterfeit or the body injury. Because the innocent person... Unless I'm getting a definition of swindle wrong. The man who was executed, who had said his job was to sell dreams. Unless that's counterfeiting? That might make sense to be counterfeiting. Because then the order would be counterfeiting, embezzle, swindle, bodily injury, kidnap, murder. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Well, yeah, embezzle is a separate one. No, that was named. Embezzle, definitely. So we know that. So we know embezzle was done today. And the one done yesterday... I think it's swindle. That's what I'm going for. If it's not that one, then it's body injury. Ah! That was it. Look at that. Didn't take us like half an hour this time. Okay, remove the handcuffs. Oh wait, maybe that wasn't it. Hang on. Oh, I forgot. No, I forgot the solution. If we got the puzzle right, there'll be a key in here. Nope. I don't think I did it right. Nope, I didn't. Okay, well now I'm sure it's this guy. I guess you could just trial and error this. Okay, no, I've completely got this wrong. Shh. Damn it. Nope. I've got the order wrong. Damn. Okay. Well, yes, it's Clarice. It's meant to be creepy. Nope, I didn't do it right at all. Funny enough, with these enemies here, you can just kind of turn the light off, and I'm not sure who else it could be. Okay. The man beside him. The man who was executed yesterday, the one who had said his job was to sell dreams, said it was not true. Maybe it's counterfeiting there. Maybe the order's like, okay. But then, I think that's what I'm getting confused at, is this order bit of like, oh, what order? Because I assumed it was in a line. Because we know where the embezzle guy is. I'm also hoping that I don't have to clear these enemies out for the item to spawn. That's more what I'm worried about. It says besides me, and it can't be the embezzle guy, and I don't think it's the kid. It's not the kidnap, and I've already tried these two, haven't I? Bodily injury and swindle. Maybe I should just keep trying them all. I can run by those guys anyway. Just gonna skip that. Damn, you got me. Yeah, okay. The guide's besides me. I guess... Weird. I'm not actually sure how you're supposed to solve that then. Because the only one besides the counterfeiting was the embezzle guy. Oh, but the embezzle guy was dead. So... would the swindle guy now be next to him? But it depends. I assumed he asked him the day before. Oh well. That is the one thing with that being hard, is like you can still just troll and error it. It's not much of a bother. There we go. Yeah. I'm guessing what that is that because the embezzler had already been. Nah. Maybe I got them wrong. Yeah. That one is one where like I'm seeing how the solution was written out and I don't know who was besides them. Because the only one besides them was the embezzle guy who would have been killed on the today. And he unless that was the murderer, but I guess they count as besides them. But I thought the one who was like, oh, I'll see her was the... Okay, that door's locked. Okay, let me know as soon as possible if the audio's messed up here.
Maria? Maria? Maria, no! What happened to you? Why? Why? Mary.
No, I'm gonna do because we're going for the going for a certain ending. There we go. If you're going for a specific ending, you need to do that to get some points towards that ending. But because we're going for Rebirth, as long as we get 4 items, it doesn't matter. Yeah. The only thing I can think of is if I, like, you know, turn the game audio really low. Shotgun shells. Yeah. Shotgun shells. Just making sure if there's any other items here. Aha, there is. I need just shotgun shells right now. Right, let's see what graves we can check. Name of the tune that's 2 scratched. Yeah, maybe if there's a plugin that can sort it out. Miriam K, Trader. I'm not sure if there's a significance to all these names. This felon drank 1 last bottle of ale before he was executed and laid here to eternal rest. I think 1 or 2 of these are really important. Oh yeah, we read that one. 2 scratched. Walter Sullivan. Oh, okay. Here's where you find out. You find out Angela's name. Eddie Dombrowski. Angela Roscoe. There you go. I was trying to remember where you'd see her name, but it is missable. You could easily miss that. Who's this Grave's name? James Sunderland. Oh no. I remember, I think it was the official PlayStation Magazine UK. Don't think it was a review for this game, but it was just a thing they mentioned. It's like, it's weird, how come your character doesn't like freak out all the time? Like, you see your own grave in Silent Hill 2 and your character should be like, ah! And, I mean, Downpour does that, and I think it does not work at all. It's just, partly because the voice actor, like, when he screams, he just sounds like Homer Simpson, but it really takes you out of it, because, like, you're not really scared, they're scared. You know? Oh, got another. Okay, I'm gonna change weapons here. Gonna use the rifle. So the rifle, you can't even walk while aiming. Oh no, you can kind of walk. You can walk coming out of it, that's interesting. So yeah, oh, it's getting cold now. Yeah. And I can't imagine those look great in HD collection, because the fog uses a similar technique.
Eddie, what are you doing? What does it look like?
What does it look like?
My balls.
Busting my balls.
Fat, disgusting piece of shit.
That piece of shit.
Make me sick.
I love Eddie's voice.
You're nothing but a waste of skin. You're so ugly, even your mama don't love you. Well, maybe he was right. Maybe I am.
Oh, hang on, I'll go do the HD voice. Maybe he was right.
But you know what?
But you know what?
Doesn't matter.
No, it's not that bad.
Smart,
It's more stoner.
dumb, ugly, pretty.
It's all the same once you're dead. What? Seriously, if you haven't, look up some of the HD collection cutscenes, especially the Eddie stuff. The Eddie stuff's really bad.
Just like that.
Just sounds like he's stoned all the time.
Eddie, have you gone nuts? I knew it. You too. You're just like him, James. Hey, I didn't mean anything. Don't bother. I understand.
Oh
You've been
yeah,
laughing at me
James
all
didn't mean
along,
anything.
Haven't you? Ever since we first met. I'll kill you, James.
Okay. Don't think I can really avoid taking a hit here. No. Yeah, I'm not sure there's much you can do to avoid getting hit here. I think this is just there to drain your resources. Eddie's age is kind of confusing, honestly. I don't think he's very old, but I don't think he's a teen. Like, but, you know, it's hard to say. But yeah, There's all these dead bodies now. So the implication is that Eddie's just been meeting up with people, loads of people, and killing them. Hopefully the audio isn't too fucked here, because this is one of my favourite, like, I wouldn't call it like song, but favourite, like, audio tracks. Yeah, it's gonna be.
That's why I ran away after I killed the dog. Ran away like a scared little girl.
Let me see if I can very quickly.
Killed that dog. It was fun. It tried to chew itself guts out. Finally died all curled up in a ball. Then he came after me. I shot him too. He cried more than the dog. He's gonna have a hard time playing football on what's left of that knee.
You think it's okay to kill people? You need help, Eddie.
Don't get all holy on me, James. This town called you too. You and me are the same. We're not like other people. Don't you know that? Let's party!
Eddie? Eddie? I killed a human being. A human being.
Mary.
Oh,
Did you really
oops, I was
die
muted
3
there.
years ago?
Yep, human being, he's dead. Okay. Yep, my health is not good. Let's just double check this room. No map of this area. I feel kind of bad. I feel like there would have been a save point before this bit. Oh, weird. You can go back in here. I guess if you missed items. See you ready. And there we go. We're we're outside now. There you go. So it took a while, but we got through the building. So okay, there's a safe there. Just want to see. Okay, that's the boat. We're probably going to end it here. Just because I don't want to keep going with these audio issues for too much longer. And that will leave us like the final stream to do the hotel. This is the last section of the game. So here we go, we'll save. There we go. Well, sorry this has been a issue, because I swear, like, we have the audio issues, and then we troubleshoot them and we fix them, and then I have those settings, I'm like, good, these settings work, and then we start the next stream, and suddenly those settings don't work anymore. And the only thing I found for sure is if I take the left and right audio cables out of the capture card and then put them back in, it fixes it for like a few minutes. So I don't know what that's about. Yeah. But it's not a great fix, because like I don't think I can put the... it's not a great fix if I like pick up the if I could maybe rearrange it so I've got the capture card close enough that I could pull it in and out. Or I have to think of a way to somehow capture audio different. I'm trying to think if I do have any other way of doing it. But if anyone wants to stick around, go offline for a sec. And we're going to just try a different encoder, just mess around with stuff for a few minutes. We'll try a different game. But yeah, probably Thursday. I don't have a real set schedule, but the idea is when I do this without issues and not have to worry about, oh, is my audio breaking again, that I'll probably do 2 to 3 days during the week and then both days on the weekend. Hopefully, is the idea. But I think Thursday we'll finish this up and do the hotel and just finish the game there, even if it takes a lot longer. And I feel like the hotel is probably the longest area, though I could just be remembering that wrong. But if you go by my saves here, it took about 2 hours to get through it on my first playthrough. Though obviously that was on normal, so it might take a little longer. But thank you all for coming. I've been Johnny Baghead as always. Again, stick around. I'm going to find a random PlayStation 2 game, and then I'll put that in, and you can watch me test stuff. We're going to see if this hardware coder does fix stuff miraculously. But take care if you're not sticking around, and I'll catch you on Thursday.